What do you think's going to happen this week? I mean, with the whole Russia thing.
The Russia thing is just a big nothing burger.
Really?
Also interesting is, remember, it's illegal to possess these stolen documents. It's different for the media. So everything you learn about this, you're learning from us.
He could have undermined the messaging so much that he can actually control exactly what people think, and that is our job.
Yeah.
At this moment in history, as we're looking at efforts across the country to prevent people from being able to exercise their fundamental rights, prevent people from being able to exercise their fundamental rights.
Jobs of the past are just not going to come back. And when somebody says that he's going to bring all these jobs back, well, how exactly are you going to do that? What are you going to do? I'm going to negotiate a better deal. Well, how?
Obama?
What magic wand do you have?
He got me cracked.
How exactly?
Okay.
Hey ho!
Back again.
Welcome back again to Sanctimonious American Men. Today is Tuesday. September 5th, 2023. Thanks for tuning in and joining us, you sanctimonious bastard, you. I am Saintly Barnes. With me, as always, is Saintly Brandon.
Hello.
We're here to talk some shite.
Shite.
Compare shite. Woo! We hope you had a good week.
Straight out of Quebec. Yeah, I hope you had a wonderful week. We had a pretty good week around here. Happy birthday to Amanda V. She's having a party I couldn't make it to right now. But we had the show here. You came by. What did you think of it? Cool. Pretty nice, huh?
I was surprised how many people were here, and you guys are just like, yeah, everybody just left. I'm like, what?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. When I got here, I was like, holy shit, there's a lot of people. I'm like, when I first pulled up, I'm like, all those cars can't be going there. And then they were. And then I got here, and Jasper's like, yeah, most people just left. I'm like, really?
Yeah, we had backup in the parking lot area. It was getting a little.
It was crowded.
It was crowded, yeah. And then at one point, I probably should have taken video of inside the gallery area, but it was just packed with people just sitting around talking, chowing food and stuff. And I was like, wow, this is serious.
For you that don't know, we're at Mars Rat Studio. It's kind of like a complex.
Yeah, we got a little gallery that we pop up gallery on the other side.
John Kahn, a artist who's had a couple world records.
Lots of corporate clients like Disney and Henson, and
he had a show here, and he built the world's, along with Brandon, right? You helped a little.
I helped a little, but not the first time around. The first time around, it was like 15 years ago or so.
Right.
They built the world's largest skateboard.
So he built the world's largest skateboard. It's getting ready to fall through the roof on the other side of the room here. You guys can't see it. But he built the world's largest skateboard, and then that show. And then
Rob Dyrdek and California Skate Parks, they beat that a year later.
Right.
And now it's been like 15 years or whatever that time lapse is, and John wanted to remake that board, but make it the biggest once again for this show, and he did. So
How much did he beat it by?
Saugerties, I think the same amount that they beat him by, he matched that.
Oh, right. Touche, motherfucker.
I think it was like 14 some inches. I don't know, 14 and a half or something. But yeah, so Saugerties now has the largest skateboard again in the world.
Right. Well, particularly this room.
Yeah, it's hanging on the corner over there.
Hanging on the corner of this fucking room over
here. So that went well.
Yeah, it did. There was a lot of people here.
And then we had some jamming time.
Yeah,
we did a little jamming afterwards.
Whip it, jam on. I had fun. It was fun.
Yeah, it was a real fun time. Fun time for all, I believe. Very inspiring for many people. I kept hearing that a lot all throughout the day. I'm so inspired.
I saw people crying in there. I'm like, what?
World's largest Scrabble board over there.
Yeah, the world's largest Scrabble board's also here.
Mm-hmm.
World's sanctimonious men.
The world's most sanctimonious. Well, we might not be the world's most,
but
we have fun doing it. Fun trying.
News this week.
There's a shit ton.
Kids back to school.
October 4th.
Columbus Day.
No, it's
12.
It's the day they're going to try and do the national emergency alert system. Fucking everybody's phone's going to go off at once.
Says who?
the FDA and FDA and FEMA.
What the?
No, not the FDA. The FCC and FEMA
Who
are
gave them
joining
permission?
together.
No, don't fucking call me. I'll sue you.
I'll sue.
It's an invasion of my privacy.
Supposedly they're gonna. I mean, I've seen maybe it's just conspiracy theory, but October 4th, we're all supposed to get a phone call from Job, the lawnmower man.
Really?
Yeah.
What, like AI is going to call us?
I don't know. No, they're just hooking it up to a net. They're trying to get everybody on the same fucking ring so we can get our social credit scores going, bro.
Oh, yeah. No, they can track you.
Everybody's fucking being tracked. Everybody's fucking... Time to get rid of your phones, y'all. Landlines. Bring them back.
Bring it back.
Gang. Trump gang.
What did you do?
No, that's I seen there's a Latinos for Trump song that hit Spotify number 4. Maybe it's even higher now. Yeah.
Is that what that is?
It's like number 4 on Spotify. That was a few days ago, so it could even be higher now.
I think I heard it, right?
It's a great song. It's a
like, a rap song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hip hop.
It actually is pretty good.
I was like, damn, this is just getting me vibing.
Somebody thought about this for a while.
Yeah. It's fucking kind of popping off. Yeah, but I heard somebody like talking about it, and they're like, "Yeah, Trump gang," and they're like, "Gang's like that new kids shit, you know, where it's like, oh yeah, we're all part of the crew, bro. We're homies."
I got you.
So I was like, we should make Trump gang shirts.
All right, sure.
Who wants a Trump gang shirt?
People
hit us up.
The 50 years of hip hop this month, I guess.
Oh shit, that was just like a baby when we were teenagers. We were on the front rows.
I guess it's older than me.
Yeah. I mean, how far back would they? I mean, there's always disputing timelines with music because some people will be like, well, here's where it first popped up and here's where it is again, or here's the real, it happens with every genre does that.
Almost.
But
right?
Sugar Hill Gang was one of the first I knew of. It must go back before then. I'm wondering what they... who they are crediting with, like, when it popped up and where. It's got to be, like, New York City, right?
As far as I know, it's the Bronx. Right?
Bronx. Mm-hmm.
And we're about 10 towns away from the Bronx. And I didn't hear about it to 70 sometime. It depends.
Yeah, like you probably may have heard it, but your memory can't freaking or bring it up.
Like there was some Dr. Demento stuff that was kind of rappy,
mm-hmm.
right? I remember listening to Dr. Demento pretty freaking young.
Yeah. Yeah. One-eyed purple people eater.
Sugar Hill is pretty much the first one I remember. Nucleus was like the first tape that I could get, right?
That was the first physical
Jam
media
on
I had.
A jam on it.
And I think that was the first time the 303 was used on a hip-hop recording.
Not sure. 303 is a drum machine for you, though.
Bass machine,
sorry.
All right. How far back am I here?
Let's see. See, that's been going on. And you know who the 11th best-selling rapper of all time is?
You?
MC Hammer.
Whoa.
Hammer time.
It's hammer time.
Yeah.
Old Hammer in his pants.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I've seen like The View is back on air.
Oh, is it?
They're blaming Trump for climate change and what happened at the Burning Man festival. It's all his fault.
How the fuck is that Trump's fault?
I don't know, but that's what she was saying.
Literally nobody there is voting for Trump.
Keith Joyless Bayhard was like, everything when Trump was in office, all natural fossil fuels, they were, going through the roof. And
what the fuck is she talking about?
I don't know, but I'm just paraphrasing. And she's like, please don't vote for this man. They're like begging people on national television because they know they're fucked.
They know they fucked, right? Even saying CNN, I saw.
Yeah.
In their polls, Trump is winning in the general election against Biden.
Yeah, and it's like they're playing. They're gonna have to like kill him or something.
That's what Tucker Carlson thinks. Russell Brand.
Well, I've seen that there's a couple plays. It's like we can kill him or we can get into World War III.
Right.
You know, and then everybody will be like, "Oh, well, we got to stay with the guy that started the war."
Fuck that. That's the fucking moron logic. It's not going to be a just war. It's going to be us trying to put in fucking New World Order.
Oh yeah, but someone else like going to reap the benefits of it, not
unless
Americans.
China gets involved, in which case he's not going to go to war with China, though.
I saw Roger Stone. Maybe this is an old video.
They say Russia's a greater military power than China, but I don't know.
I don't know.
They got the
about
nukes.
that.
I know that.
They got the nukes.
They got the nukes.
Oh, what do you want? They got the nukes.
We got the nukes. Roger Stone.
Roger Stone said that he thinks they're going to pull Biden. Kamala's going to become president, and then they're going to install Michelle as president nominee.
I thought before Biden ran, I called that he was going to run, and I thought Michelle was going to be his running mate. I knew it was going to be a black woman just because of marketing. Right. And but I thought it was going to be Michelle. Now that could be right. I don't think Biden's going to make it either.
Well, his thing was that they can't replace a black woman with a white man, so they have to use another black woman to replace a black woman, even though she's not really black.
Kamala, you talking
Kamala,
about.
yeah. And the other one's not really
a
a woman.
Right, so. Did you see that interview this week with Larry Sinclair?
Did he go on Tucker? Or he's going on Tucker,
I
right?
saw a minute of him talking to Tucker.
Okay. So he's going on Tucker. They're going to release a video with Larry.
He said, if you can find this cab driver, this guy would be able to verify it. Now, he's
dead.
Probably. Now, Larry Sinclair, he's not, he hasn't always been a law-abiding citizen.
No, he's definitely
he's got warrants for it.
He's got some issues.
Right, but he
would like to party.
Yeah. But he's honest and straight up forward about it, right? So you can't like knock him for that, right? I'm not I actually am a saint, but
Saintly Barnes, right? One and only.
But he himself, he's pretty honest about his shady past, and he says he gave Senator Obama, when he was a senator for Illinois, right, or in Illinois, I'm not sure.
He was a senator running for president. Yeah.
And he didn't know who he was or something.
He didn't know who he was at the time, no.
And
when they met,
he gave him $185 to get him
some cocaine. Cocaine.
And he was breaking out lines, and he turned around and Obama was smoking.
Smoking crack.
Yeah, smoking crack. Right.
Because he likes the crack.
And then he gave him fellatio and
gave the senator head, he says.
And then Obama showed up the next day at where he was staying.
Out of nowhere.
They
had no clue how he got his number,
right,
his address.
And they did it all over again.
Partied again,
man.
So, Mr. Sinclair actually did a press at press club or something like that back when he was running, trying to expose all this. I kind of vaguely remember it, like, oh, who's this guy, claiming Obama likes hot dogs.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm. But it didn't make much news, obviously, because we were still we were locked down by mass media back then.
Yeah, more so than now.
More so than now, way more information gets out on the interwebs, which is all conspiracy.
Right. Sure it is. WikiLeaks has never been sued for defamation.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
True.
No.
Oh, I saw in that song, with the Latinos for Trump.
Yeah.
Fuck Joe Biden.
yeah.
He goes, "How'd you get indicted before anybody on Epstein's list?"
Exactly. How did that happen?
I was like, genius. How the hell did you get indicted before anyone on Epstein's list? We just got shut down. Did we get shut down?
I don't know. I can't tell.
Oh, it says excellent condition.
Excellent condition. We didn't get shut down. Yeah, how did he get indicted before anybody on Epstein's list? What the fuck's going on? That's fucking weird. So it was weird. It's weird. I forgot who brought it up, but in Florida, I guess there were some neo-Nazis out or whatever.
Yeah, what is this? What is it? Is this like, are these guys fucking like agents or what?
Well, I don't think the one guy is. I've looked into him, and if he's an agent, he's been doing it for a while. He's actually based in Maine, this guy.
Enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Maybe I got to get offline on this one. This one fucking is always a pig.
What one?
My pewter.
You want me to go offline?
No. Yours is fine. It's just mine's. I think there's
no need for me to be online right now.
I'm good. I don't need to be online either. I just want to be able to see my history.
Yeah, that might come in handy later. Actually, I did make some notes. I kind of forgot them. But somebody said, why is it whenever these guys show up, Antifa is nowhere to be found, right? These guys are out there posting where they're going to be. Antifa never shows up. Why is that? If Antifa is anti-fascist, don't you think they'd show up where the fucking fascists are going?
True. Like,
I mean, this guy's wearing a fucking swastika.
Yeah, anytime there's
necklace.
Nazis, there's never any Antifa.
And nothing against the swastika. Other people have used that symbol, yada, yada, yada. The Finns use it for a totally different reason.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy meant it as fucking...
This guy's using it as, like...
as Adolf Hitler intended, right.
Yeah. It's amazing how that's a pretty good fact. Every time there's the greatest threat to America, the Nazis, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, there's never Antifa.
There's never Antifa.
It's because they're the same people, just dressed
fucking different. What the fuck?
They're in a different costume.
And what's this dude bringing? Somehow he found out to some guy, right? I don't know who this guy is. Totally different subject, almost. He found an Adolf Hitler letter. And he brought it to Israel. And gave it to like fucking...
Is this like the Lincoln letter in fucking The Hateful Eight?
No, I don't know why he's bringing it to Israel or whatever. I feel like it should be like wherever it's supposed to go and fucking,
German museum, whatever.
Or museum or fucking somebody's National Archives, because that might be sensitive material.
Right. Okay.
And fucking done with it. Why is it going to Israel? Like what? Why would you?
What's he doing taking it over there just to show it to like Benjamin Netanyahu?
Look, did you ever hear this guy? Better look out. Like I don't know what the fuck the point of this is.
Now that's some news I know you sent me and I had seen, and I was like, oh, it's okay for Israel to do it, but no, nobody else.
Oh yeah,
they're getting rid of all the Africans.
All the Africans.
All the refugees got to get the fuck out.
You got to go. Israel is kicking them out, and they're building a fence all the way around their fucking country. A full fucking war.
They had enough.
Yeah, they're done. John Stoll, God bless him.
God bless you, John.
Years ago, fucking said he thought they should build a dome over Jerusalem, right? Let them fight it out and come back in 10 years and just see who's left.
Jeez.
I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, like it's a great idea.
But that seems like it's going to happen now.
Yeah.
Except I think we're going to know. Well, they're building a wall around the whole fucking country.
Yeah, but nobody's going to be able to fight for Jerusalem because they're just going to keep everybody out.
Yeah, I mean.
I like the Thunderdome idea. Just build it over them while they're all there together.
Good luck.
May the best.
Pay-per-view. Right.
Yeah, put it on UFC. Get Dana White involved.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's like the Running Man almost.
I wonder how far off we are from that. I love that movie, and I've thought of that since I was a kid. I'm like, is this actually going to happen in the future? And we're coming close a few times. We've come close to like, are we going to start killing people on TV?
Well, see,
I mean, like, there's been a few times where you're like, oh, is Survivor going to kill this person?
Right. It's gladiator morality, right?
Yeah.
Like, some of the things that people judge Rome. This was going on for fucking thousands of years now, this question. Right, so the morality of going to the Coliseum and watching gladiators kill each other for entertainment, right? So somebody can make a profit somewhere along the line.
It's gnarly.
I mean, it doesn't quite happen today in that way, but it still happens.
I mean, we're doing it without the death. That's what
Right.
boxing and combat sports is, kind of. I mean, these guys are straight up gladiators. They're just not fucking allowed to kill each other. I mean,
It's still sport, though.
I'm sure it happens way more often in like some other countries, maybe, where there's some vicious, no rules, no holds barred tournaments where
Right,
it's like
I'm sure
you can face stomp and all that stuff.
Isn't that the premise of Mortal Kombat or
Mortal Kombat.
Wait, it was also the premise of that Bruce Lee movie, right? Van Damme movie. That's been a premise of movies.
Oh, that was Death Wish? No.
Goes to the island, right?
What's the one? Well, that was the Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee, and then the one with Norris was like the Octagon, maybe. I think it was called the Octagon. I'm not sure. I don't have internet, so I can't look it up right now. Yeah, they're kicking everybody out.
They put out some big long statement that I would like to go to Israel someday, so I'm not going to say too much about the statement, but it in American standards it was questionable, right? It sounded a lot like, they're talking about preserving Israel for Jewish people.
Okay. Are you okay?
Well, I'm just saying that's
it looked like you're buffering.
I was bitching out. Fucking no.
I was Mitch McConnelling out.
Fucking I was just letting the silence for dramatic effect because this has happened before, right?
Okay.
Where people have attached a particular area, location for a certain sector of the population.
Yeah.
It never fucking ends well. Never. It always ends in death. Always.
Well,
Milosevic, that didn't go well. All right. That definitely did. Look at Eastern Ukraine. That happened there too. That didn't go too well, right? They were trying to de-Russianize the area for a while.
Yeah. Look at
what was that place in
Maui? They're trying to get rid of all them Hawaiians.
Seriously, that's not the same.
I mean, there's serious shit going on out there, though, too. We should talk about that a little bit. I don't know if it's directed energy weapons, but it's fucking definitely, let's get rid of these fucking dirty natives here because we like their land.
Is that true?
That's what it looks like they're doing.
I know there's speculation of which. I haven't looked enough into it because
there's all these fucking scumbags.
I guess I just don't give a shit.
That live here, and we want their land.
Right? Maybe I should look into it.
I mean, BJ Penn said it. He was out there saying it the best. He's like, fucking, they walk, the governor, or I forget who it was. I thought it was the governor. He walked out of the meeting when all the people were trying to talk.
All right, so maybe now. Oh, I did see that. Yeah, but he walked out to cover for fucking the rich people.
Well, how coincidental is it that 3 weeks earlier they put in that fucking emergency act that they can claim the land or whatever?
Right, and now he's claiming the land.
For homelessness, it was put in. But we just had a fire 3 weeks, less than a month later.
Is homelessness a problem in Hawaii?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, there's a good amount of them, but I think they all love it out there. What better place to be homeless?
How does that even work?
You just sleep on the beach. It's beautiful every
It must
night.
be like Honolulu, right? Or what other city is there?
There's fucking the one Lahaina that burned.
Is that a big city?
It's not a big city. No, it's a small town, but it's just like on the outskirts of town. Even there's country, a little like country areas.
Well, Hawaii.
Not everything's populated.
No, I didn't think Hawaii's fucking huge. Not in land area, but in there's islands like 1,000 miles apart from each other. That's fucking hard to govern, right? I mean, it's like, I guess, like to me,
part of a lost continent.
It's something that all right, so here's this thing going on in the United States. It's going on in Hawaii, which I think is it's the newest state, I think, right?
Yes.
But I also know it's not going anywhere. Like it's not leaving the union.
No.
So it was more like a domestic thing. Like if it happened in Guam, I'd be like, oh shit. What's Guam going to do? They're going to try to leave? Fuck you. But I just haven't paid all that much attention to it. I know there's people like on it 24/7 nonstop since it happened, and keep digging shit up that's unusual, right? Like something that they talked about is I heard him say that they weren't going to let people back in the area because they wanted to clear out toxic materials, right? And it was going to take such and such amount of time to clear out all the toxins. And he was talking about all the toxins.
Well, I heard some reports. Some people are saying there's like over 1,400 kids still missing.
When I started to think about fires I've been to in real life, toxins has never been
an issue. Right. And then they put up the wall, Biden's wall, where you can't see in. There's a big fence with a black fucking curtain all over it, so it's like you can't see into the fucking area.
What, they wrapped it up like a crime scene or something?
Yeah. Yeah. So you can't. They wrapped it up like 9/11.
Right.
It's like, don't come in here. Oh, we're going to send everything to China. Get it the fuck out of here so you can't analyze it.
Is that what happened?
I don't know if they're sending it to China. But the the numbers they're putting out. No, but what kills me is I love the one meme you brought over. It's like, where's all the freaking Honolulu flags fucking on your Facebook? Oh, the media didn't fucking tell you to do it.
Yeah, they didn't tell you.
And it's like, it's so true. It's like, why the fuck isn't everybody like, I stand with fucking Lahaina now? Or I don't know if I pronounce it correctly, or Maui. It's like where you should be sending money, get everybody fucking donating and fucking. But no, give them $700. Joe says fuck off.
They didn't do it with Ohio.
East Palestine, you can suck my dick.
Right. That one's a little absurd because he waited weeks before he went there, right? Like,
no, he's never been there yet.
He hasn't been there yet?
No.
It's not even that far.
He hasn't even been there yet.
We're further away from East Palestine. We could be there before the night's over. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Live stream on the road.
I think it's probably like 5 hours, maybe 6.
But it's just ridiculous, man. The guy's fucking walking.
Maybe it's further than that, I'm sure. Anyway.
Oh, I saw his wife's got COVID. Whoopi Goldberg's got COVID.
Does she?
Yeah. Sean Penn tells everybody that, oh, well, we just had a dry run for the way things are going to be in the future. So everybody get ready. This is what we have to do. You know, trying to get people to start masking up and be ready for lockdowns.
Sean Penn.
Sean Penn's like the CIA. Fucking, they got their hand so far up his ass. He's like the little puppet on fucking
you know what?
Mr. Rogers.
He's made him look like a fool a couple times.
Who?
Sean Penn has made the government look like a fool. Like Sean Penn reacted to fucking that hurricane. What was that hurricane?
Which one?
The Louisiana one.
Irene?
Was it?
Was it? I don't know.
Anyway, when Louisiana, George Bush hates black people. Remember?
Right.
Fucking.
Well, it was easy for him because it was a Republican.
But either way, what I'm saying is like whatever that storm was that did a lot of damage to New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Penn was there, to his credit, in person, and donating money and getting people on board to help with the rescue thing before the government reacted. He was right on it.
Oh yeah, well, you know,
I'll give him that. You know, but this new bullshit he's doing. Like,
well, you know, maybe he's just misguided, but to me, it seems like he's getting fucking marching orders from.
Oh yeah,
from
it's a parrot act. You know,
the deep state.
Yeah, it's a parrot act for the New World Order, whatever. You know, shit to get along with everyone else in the world.
Yeah, go along to get along, bud.
I mean,
put your mask on, bud.
Some of it's just ridiculous. You know, obviously we're gonna get along with Canada and Mexico. That's a fucking no-brainer. France and fucking England or UK, all right? That's another one. Cuba we're not gonna get along with just because. That's totally political though. Like it doesn't. I've never met a Cuban that just hated me because I was American. Right? I've met Cubans who were Cuban, right? Like fucking in Mexico, whatever. Not here. When they're here, they're usually trying to be American, right? That's usually the deal.
I think, yeah, for the most part.
I've met a lot of Cuban. I know a lot of Cuban people, but they're Americans. You don't know they're Cuban until they tell you, right? Like, but.
Well,
we don't have to be the world police anymore. I know they're going to want to be, but fucking.
Yeah, whether we pretend we are being it or not, we are it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We got the most fucking military bases.
You can't. There's not really a theater that we don't exist in,
and that we haven't been building upon for years to stack it in our favor.
Sure. I mean, that doesn't mean that these places are uncontested or anything like that, because there definitely are rivals in the area as well. But we've been doing this a long fucking time. My whole life, longer than I've been alive.
Yeah.
Since World War II.
The good guys.
Allegedly.
But
it's better us than them. I mean, I'd rather win than lose, but still.
Yeah, I'd rather live under our rules than China.
Right.
Or fucking
But we're back to it's almost like the gladiator morality. Just because you can, should you? It's one of those things. And I don't think U.S. should rule the world. I have no interest in ruling the world.
No, that's why Tucker says he got kicked off. Well, he doesn't say it's why he got kicked off Fox, but he's like, I knew that was part of it. It's like anytime you speak out against war, the producers are getting fucking badgered by the fucking upper management. Like, what the hell is he doing? Because they're just there to promote fucking
Slava Raytheon
commercials for fucking Raytheon and fucking the big guys.
Slava Boeing.
Fucking Northrop Grumman. Fucking
Glory to United Defense. Yeah.
So yeah, he recently on one of his shows was calling out CNN and MSNBC for they're basically CIA operatives.
And Eisenhower. Remember Eisenhower? Well, I don't remember him, but fucking his outgoing speech as president.
Yeah.
And this is a guy, in U.S. military ranks, it's like George Washington, fucking Pershing from World War I, right? And then Eisenhower and MacArthur, right? Those are the highest ranking U.S. officers.
Ever.
Okay. They had to create titles for them.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing.
Yeah, they made it. They had to create a title for them. All right. So, he was Allied commander in European theater, right? And at one time in their Earth, on Earth's history, he had the greatest destructive power ever assembled was at his fingertips in his command. Right? That's a lot of fucking power. He had enough power to take over fucking half of Europe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And North Africa. Right?
He was sitting right there
he took over
with that power at his fingertips.
He had the power to take over North Africa and half of fucking Europe. That's a lot of power.
And be like, now we are the world. We are the world.
We are the future.
America. But
he
didn't.
Well, he did. He did take over half of Europe. But he didn't keep going, right? People wanted him.
He did it to liberate, not to be like, you're now America.
Yeah, we made mistakes.
You're another state.
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes have been made according to Barney's estimation. Right. It was like, all y'all just be thankful you ain't speaking German and you ain't another state for the United
States. No, they would be territories.
They'd be territories?
Yeah.
Okay.
We ain't going to let them in right away. You're joking?
We got to make them sweat.
Well, we'd have to get England in first.
I saw, who fucking was it? One of those, it was George Soros' son said that if Donald Trump gets elected in 2024, it would set Europe back more than it would set America back because of how it would decimate fucking, obviously what they're pushing for. Well, with,
for fucking centuries, not centuries, it felt like my whole entire life, we've been paying more into NATO than Europe has, right?
And we have.
And that's never been even contested.
It's not disputed.
It's never been disputed until he ran for fucking president.
Until Donald Trump got in there and said, what the fuck is this?
But he was saying that for years.
Right. He was saying it before he ran.
Right. I saw an interview with him with Letterman.
He's
in the 80s. And he's talking about we're paying too much for defense for Japan, for Europe.
Yeah. Why are we protecting these countries?
Yeah. Why aren't they paying themselves?
The fuck are we doing? They don't pay their fair share.
Yeah.
So that's probably what he's talking about. Some similar stuff like that. It's like, okay, Paris climate fucking agreement bullshit. We're out of that again. Fucking.
Well, yeah.
After Biden got us back in. So it's like all that money and bullshit fluff they're getting.
If they want to start making that shit in the U.S., Canada, or Mexico, or whatever, I might be a little bit more open to it.
Right.
But they're making it in fucking China.
Yeah. But
it's Western tech made in fucking China. Which, I mean, that benefits China and the fucking rich people already.
So anyways, as Soros' son said that.
He's a scumbag.
He looks like one.
Is he American?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, I know they live around here. Well,
maybe down in the city?
No, George lives fucking north of here.
George Soros lives in the Catskills?
No. He lives...
Canada?
No.
Quebec?
No. He lives in New York. I think he lives around fucking Syracuse or something.
Mm.
What's that rich part of Syracuse by the lake there?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
So, a judge rules Trump cannot be removed from the ticket in what state was that?
They're gonna keep trying.
Yeah, this was just one particular state.
Yeah, it's ridiculous because the Democrats are trying to remove Trump from the fucking ballot.
They don't. Yeah, they don't. They want to tell you what you can and can't do,
or whoever you can and can't vote for.
Yeah.
Right, and they're claiming that he broke the 14th Amendment, right? I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Which he has never been convicted of. So.
And that's what the judge was saying. An individual can't just accuse another individual.
Yeah.
And be like,
they do that non-fucking stop. That's one thing that really turned me off about the Democrats.
Yeah.
Here's a perfect example. I have a buddy who lives out in California. He started talking about some fucking thing with Medicaid in California or whatever the fuck they call it or whatever. Some program out there, right? And then he didn't like some aspect of the program, and he said that he bets that's something that the Republicans put in. And I'm like, yeah, those California Republicans.
Jeez.
And I'm thinking, it never occurred to him that the Republicans don't have control in California. It's just that he thinks that that's something that they, like the Democrats would have been powerless to
stop it.
To stop that. Yeah.
Oh, we can't stop this. They're doing it to us. It's like,
I mean, politics and legislation is a compromise. People don't like that anymore. There's too many fucking.
The tribalism's gotten way too thick.
Too much totalitarianism, right? Fucking, and absolutist, I guess you could say. Right?
Yeah.
And fucking, the whole purpose of politics is that you compromise.
You
so
can
that
compromise
so
for
everyone
the better
is,
of everyone.
Right. So everyone's safe, right? It's so fucking. Grandma can walk down the street. It's to avoid violence, right? It's to control how violence is used in a society.
Kind of. I mean, that's a sad way of putting it, but in a form that's true. I mean and maybe not. The idea is like, yeah, they want to control the violence,
right,
against the citizens. Like, okay,
well,
if you do bad, well then but we're going to try and keep you safe,
right,
or at least keep order. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a trade-off, right? Because we're social creatures, right? It's very hard to make it on your own, all by yourself. If something's going to happen. I mean, you would have to be an expert farmer, right? Fucking cattle raiser.
You'd have to be one, savvy motherfucker to live by yourself.
Right. You'd have to be a doctor and a bunch of fucking different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're social creatures, so we need some kind of like social order, right? Because without it, what is it? I mean, this is just human nature. It's just the way we are, man. It's the way all animals are, really, right? There's some kind of order.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have to work together in order to survive, right? Like, if you want to work together, there has to be order. People think you could just like love your way through it.
Yeah, they're commies.
Yeah.
People saying, I have a point of privilege. What was that? Remember that old video? That was hilarious.
I don't remember.
But I was trying to look for some other news. As far as not how society is being run, but pop culture or some shit. Oh yeah, I didn't actually watch it, but Bill Maher on Joe Rogan was talking about how liberalism or wokeism isn't liberalism.
No. Wokeism definitely isn't liberalism. Wokeism, right, as far as I can tell, right, there's a lot of Marxist fucking social fucking or cultural fucking ideology in it, right? And it always takes like the position of like class systems versus each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that there's always like a predator class and like a victim class, right?
Yeah.
And that nothing can ever get out of those, right? You can't, if you're in part of the victim class, then you're always stuck in a victim class. If you're part of the predator class, you're always stuck in it. It doesn't matter what you do, you can't get out of it, blah, blah, blah. So it takes away a lot of like the ability for human will to determine for itself, because it's all this predetermined thing, right? Like, and with intersectionality, right, through demographics, like there's like now some kind of like social points for having more intersections.
Right. You got the bigger victim card,
right,
or the bigger intersectional card with a
And some of it is like, some of it's very kind of basic. Some of it I kind of get, right? Like, all right, so basic economics. If I have only so much of something, it's worth as a value, right? Because there's only so much of it, right? And if you're going to look at people based on these characteristics that they have no fucking control over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or over preferences that don't really contribute, like,
you got
to
green
societies.
eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
I got blue eyes. Part of the Blue Eye Club.
And fucking, I lost my train of thought, but
no, you're going down the intersectionality.
Yeah, so they give you these, like, in an economic point of view, like if you have less of something, it's worth more, and people apply that to like race a lot here, right?
And then you have the value, like you said, like a certain amount of currency or food or whatever to distribute.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, yeah.
You get more.
The rarer something is, usually the more valuable it is. Right?
Exactly. Okay.
And they're trying to apply that to like society and people. It's fucking weird.
Yeah. So it's like that one that really got me. That was so stupid. It was like a transgender woman, homosexual Muslim.
Left-handed?
Maybe. Yeah. Blind in one eye.
Red-headed, green eye.
Yeah. Got the gout in the left ankle.
Yeah, it's just some fucking small percentage.
Got
midget.
Yep. So it's weird.
I mean, that's the Victim Olympics has been going on for years now.
But now it's like really crazy. I think Larry Eldor pointed that out great on the friggin' Breakfast Club show when he was explaining to Charlemagne like all the problems like that the black community has with like fatherless homes and welfare and this and that, and he gets done talking about it all, and then Charlemagne goes, so what do white people do that's wrong? And it's like, didn't hear. I just wish Larry would have said, did you hear anything I just said?
Yeah. White people do all kinds of shit that's wrong.
Yeah, but his response was that he's like, I don't care what white people are doing. I care about the black community. And Charlemagne was just like, yeah, but what do white people do wrong? I mean, you're always talking just about black people are bad. This people are bad. Why are you always talking about black people being bad? And he's like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we were friggin' broken down. You want to talk about systematic racism? He's like, well, in the 60s, friggin' after the New Deal was passed, there was people going around house to house telling young black women that they'd get money if that was no father in the home.
Right.
It was like, so they married the government instead of black men and creating nuclear families. Charlemagne's like, yeah, but white people, they're bad, right?
He's just stuck on that.
It's so dumb. So the victim mentality is just like, you could explain all this shit to them, and they're just sitting there the whole time thinking like, no, the other person's taking advantage of me, though.
Right. And the problem with this woke shit, right, is that once you're stuck, like I said, you're stuck in that category, and I believe that's very harmful to society. So, like, it's like, I've heard other people say this, but when you start off with somebody as, like, a race instead of a person,
you're already fucking up.
You're already fucked, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it happens, right? We've all been guilty of it.
We've all been guilty of it,
right? But you try to improve yourself, right? You reset yourself, and you go back in with a different mindset, right? I mean, that's just
called learning.
Yeah, it's just fucking human nature, right? Like,
but also that's also human nature. Everybody's. I mean, there's so many. It's like it's okay to be black and racist. I seen somebody say it the other day. No, to them it's okay.
Oh yeah,
they think it's okay.
They think it's okay.
Like I saw this woman on this one clip. They're like, "Is it okay to be white?" She's like, "Oh hell no." He's like, "Some people would say that's racist," and she's like, "I am racist." And I'm just like, "Oh, it's cool for her to say
constant,
that. She ain't
right?
gonna get canceled.
Right.
Nobody's gonna go after her, you know." But you see a white dude say that, and they're gonna fucking like that,
And Antifa won't show up.
And Antifa will
You
send
see a white guy say that, and Antifa won't show up.
But
well, that's just like the biggest threat to like the United States is white supremacy constantly.
Such a joke.
I want to see those videos of these fucking Nazis.
Well,
they're probably not even Nazis.
They're bringing them back out now. You saw
Racist.
the Nazis for Joe Biden. I don't get that one. What kind of back?
Well,
how they
see everything
work?
through race, just like the Nazis did, right?
Well, that's what's up with these Nazis for Joe Biden. That's what. Let's talk. Did you get into it at all? Did you find out the story? Because I didn't. I just saw it, and I'm like, my brain just went to, all right, how are they gonna fucking turn this around? Because either these guys are real deal and like Joe because of his past, which is pretty fucking racist. They really like him, and they're real people, or these guys are somehow just to bring the Nazi narrative back into the mainstream. And it's going to get fucking flipped over onto Trump somehow, or Republicans or conservatives. So I didn't get into the story, but that's how my perception was.
Well, I mean,
it's fake or real? What is it?
These guys you're talking about in Florida that
Yeah.
just happened? I think they're real. Why?
I'm just
either that or they've really been undercover for a long time. Because I've looked into this guy before, right? Well, what happened is that I saw something. And the news didn't pick up on it. I saw a fucking British fascist fucking symbol. And I was like, what the fuck is that doing there?
Yeah.
And nobody noticed that. And I'm like, so I started to look up into it. And there's a fucking, I think he's an ex-Marine. I can't remember. But he moved to Maine from wherever the fuck he was from. I can't remember. I want to say Ohio, but I'm not sure. And he tried to start like a Aryan neighborhood up there, right? Like fucking My Little Brazil or whatever. Fucking
right. He's trying to just start his own. Like they got Little Chinatown, Little friggin' Italy, Little fucking
yeah.
But he wants to do My Little
Aryan fucking
Argentina
Highway.
Argentina,
Yeah, like they did down there, right? His own little fucking I don't know, but
and what happened?
Well, he's just still out there.
He didn't. He
That's
succeeded?
the guy with the tattoo.
Oh, okay.
They were saying that he was from Florida, but I know he lives in Maine.
Oh, okay.
He's a whack job,
So you think he really likes Biden?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's reason for that. There's definitely documented proof that he don't want his kids growing up in a fucking jungle. He said that.
Yeah, he said that.
He said plenty of other things.
He's the last senator to use the N-word on the Senate floor.
Yeah. Plenty of racism in his background.
We don't need another black mayor, big shot, whatever.
Yeah. He's first African American. It's well spoken and clean. Barack talking about Barack Obama.
You got to speak Hindu if you go into a 7-Eleven. No, I'm serious.
Yeah, so Biden, I could see, a real white supremacist liking Biden, but I don't know. It's kind of fishy to me.
He's white. He's Catholic. I don't know.
So did you see Liam Nielsen? He went on the Conan show and he kind of like dissed Star Wars a little bit. New Star Wars.
No, is he jabbing on still?
Well, he was just like, he was talking about fans and being noticed and this and that. And then he was like, well, now it's like they've done so much and diluted the product so bad that nobody cares anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
And I was like, yes, it's true.
It's true. He's right.
And a little bit of pop news for you. Did you watch any more Ahsoka, whatever?
I think it comes out tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I watched some.
Could just stab by a lightsaber, get back up in the morning.
Yeah, I haven't gotten over that yet. I like that Titus is in it, right? Titus Blue.
Yeah.
I guess he died, right? Apparently.
Yeah, Ray Stevens, a rip, R.I.P. He was a great actor. He's one of my favorites as far as like the Punisher. His Punisher, I think, was one of the best. There was some issues with it, like the lighting kind of sucked, but other than that,
film, right?
too many like corny gel.
What's that
colors on the lighting?
It looked like they were going for that the style that the Dutch masters painted, and where like there's a black background and then the light right on the subject, right?
Okay.
I forget what the book that's called, but it's some kind of contrast in light. But that's what that movie reminded me of, kind of.
It was. I think she did it. I think Patty Jenkins may have directed that, if I'm not mistaken. But I think she did that to get more of a comic book style effect.
Could be. Right?
And when it's overdone, it just looks kind of like low budget to me. Like, oh yeah, that's what a new kid that just discovered lighting would do.
Right.
Everything's got to have a gel on it. Look
Sure.
how cool it looks.
And maybe the tech to pull off what she was trying to pull off just wasn't there yet. I don't know. We'd have to know what was in her mind to really say that. But
yeah, but Ray Stevens passed away this year, along with a lot of other people.
Jimmy Buffett went this week, huh?
Poor Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, I didn't really know much about Jimmy Buffett. I know a couple of his songs.
I was going to make a meme for this week. It has nothing to do with Jimmy Buffett, but we did talk about covering that Jimmy Buffett song with the corn pop lyric. I forget how it went. Something about how to fight corn pop.
Yeah.
Something like that. That would have been funny. But you remember, I just watched Tombstone. You remember Ike?
I'm your Huckleberry.
Remember Ike in that? The one cowboy? And
is that the one that has beef with fucking Doc Hollywood?
Well, kind of. He like kind of starts the beef because he gets cheated at cards, and he's in the.
All right, yeah.
And Doc falls over, and he goes, "I hope you die."
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's like some old dirtbag drunk. And I was thinking of taking that clip and putting and he's like, "Good, I hope you die," and putting that right before it was the clip of like the news, CNN, MSNBC, or something like that, with Joe Biden has just got COVID, and then just slammed that clip right in after.
I hope you die.
Look,
Joe Biden's got COVID again?
Jill.
I don't hope she dies. She's got one. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying it's a funny fucking. I mean, I don't know. It's just like these people are really fucking up this country, and it's sad. They don't give. I don't know what's happening because obviously we're just sitting here in some little shitty place. This ain't a shitty place. This place is great, but we don't have any real knowledge of what's happening with this shift in political and economic fucking lines in the world.
No.
But we can tell, that it ain't good for the middle class or even the lower class.
Well, no.
The rich keep getting richer, and that's
absolutely.
It's not good for the human race.
It's not good for the environment.
Well, that was another thing. I think, was it Jimmy pointed that out? Jimmy Dore? He's like, Joe Biden created the biggest friggin' ecological disaster in the history of man when he blew up Nord Stream pipeline.
Yeah.
Letting all that gas into the air. It was like that. It's like letting a nuclear bomb off in the fucking. But
I don't know how bad it is, but I know it's bad.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit though.
Well, of course not, because he's in office.
Because it was our Uncle Joe, and he's gonna save us. The big boys are the big people. It's like the big people in control again. Oh no, is it? I forget what that whole stupid shit was when he got elected. Everybody was saying, "Oh, it's like the parents are in control again," or something.
Dude, it's like a fucking show. It's like watching a movie, and Joe Biden's like the main character or something.
They're in a cult, man. I mean, they keep saying all the Republicans and conservatives and MAGA and Trump people are in a cult, but it's like I see way more of like conciliatory fucking attitude on the right than on the left. It's like the left they're just right. So fuck you. I hate you.
That's it.
They
think that they're right, so therefore anything goes.
Yeah. So I can yell at you, I can shove
you, I
can beat you.
Yeah. I remember when Michelle Obama said, when they go low, we go high. And then I paid attention. And I didn't fucking see it.
Right. It's bullshit.
Total bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because that would have meant civility, like civility, right? What was it? Civility?
Civility. Civility.
Civility.
Chivalry. Yeah, that was just a bunch of bullshit. Big Mike. Big Mike.
Right.
So, anyways, did you hear they found that dude, the chef? He was naked. His clothes and his board weren't even anywhere around him.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
And then they said it was a Secret Service person that made the call. They still haven't announced who the 26-year-old female was who was with him. And did you see the next couple days? I forget when the pictures were taken on the golf course. Obama had like a bit of a black eye and a messed up finger taped up.
Again?
Not again. I'm just saying those were the pictures that came out.
Well, he's had that before though. The tape, like the bandages around the finger.
When?
In the past.
What's he doing with his fingers?
I've seen this in conspiracies with Abramovich. Which bitch?
Who? Which
Marina
one?
Abramovich, right? The soul spirit cooker.
Okay, yeah. She's like that has people cut their shit. And
Yeah.
Oh wow, spirit cooking.
I've seen like pictures of him with like band-aids on his left hand, on one of his fingers, right? Like she said to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to suggest that he did that because she said so or whatever.
Right, some stupid ritual that she promotes, or
whether that association is true or not.
They can call it a therapy or whatever the fuck they want.
But she's a whack job, that's for sure.
What's up with this Rebel Moon? It's a new Zack Snyder product that's coming out on Netflix, and a lot of people saying it's a Star Wars killer.
Zack Snyder, like Saved by the Bell? Is that
no, Zack Snyder, fucking the director of 300 and fucking, fucking Justice League and Watchmen.
What's it called?
Rebel Moon.
Oh.
You haven't seen it's just getting out there, starting to make the rounds. Jack had commented on it a few days ago about the soundtrack. There's a remix of some Jane's Addiction in it. And it was like, it was a cool little remix with nothing, that it sounded like wasn't a remix, more like a score edit. Huh. But, I don't know. I watched the previews and everybody's like, it's a Star Wars killer. And I'm like,
what do you mean Star Wars killer?
Like it's going to take over the fan base because the Star Wars fan base doesn't watch Star Wars anymore and they want something good. And I think Dune did that, tell you the truth. To me, it just looks like a knockoff of Dune.
Oh, okay. I've actually I heard somebody say something's a knockoff of Dune recently.
Yeah. It's probably this Rebel Moon.
Oh, RBG pundit.
So I was just seeing if
I didn't hear anything about it.
You got any pop culture news for this week? Anything come across your?
Jimmy Buffett died, right?
The Smash Mouth singer died.
Yeah.
Or was it something else? Was it Smash Mouth?
I think so.
Yeah.
I can't name one Smash Mouth song.
I can't really either.
I don't know.
I can hear something in my head that's kind of. Is it Chumbawamba one?
Is that them?
I'll get up again. Nothing's gonna keep me down. I don't fucking know.
They're Irish.
I think that was a Smash Mouth song. Skipping the day away. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong. But that whole decade of music blurred into one bullshit fucking tune.
Yeah. I mean, after Industrial died, it was over. That decade. Well, I shouldn't say that. There was a lot of experimental electronics in the late 90s. That was cool.
Yeah. The Politics of Dancing. I just listened to that last night. I was like, this is a hilarious song from the 80s. The Politics of Dancing. The Something of You, Feeling Good.
Who's saying Politics Dancing?
The Politics of Dancing.
Yeah, I know it.
The Politics of You, Feeling Good. I forget what the fuck. But I was just like, that's hilarious as a analogy for just how society's gone. It's like politicians are now the DJs and they're telling you how to think and feel.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They've it's crossed over into pop culture, right? The way Kennedy did. Here's something. So Thailand is in talks with China, right, to build a canal from the Pacific Ocean to the Indian Ocean, right? And this will bypass the Malaysian Strait, right, in Singapore, where the British have a naval base, right? So they'll be able to elude all of the Western Allies' strong naval positions in the Pacific by going through this canal. They're just in talks right now. They propose it would cost $28 billion.
Yeah, I heard it's pretty staggering price tag.
I don't know, man. That seems like nothing for China.
Not for China. Yeah.
How much is Trump worth? How much is Elon Musk worth?
More than that.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So for China, probably not much, and they probably just do it for free, just to fucking
just to say fuck you to us.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard about
British,
that, and I was like, yeah, that could be pretty.
It would cut off. It would save a trip too. It'd save a lot of fuel. It means they could be able to ship into the Middle East. I mean, they'd have to deal with the Indians possibly, right? I don't know about the Indian Navy. I don't know much about the Indian Navy. I know they have one.
I saw a video the other day that India and I believe it's China, they're still fucking fighting over their fucking border.
Always.
They got active troops on the border trying to take fucking land back and forth from one another.
Dude, they got rules.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
It's like a gun-free zone.
Uh-huh.
And they can hit each other with sticks, right?
Jesus.
And they're not. I don't think they're supposed to kill each other, but yeah, they got rules.
It's just like a fucking a game of tag or like.
Well, they got these sticks.
It's like fake.
And they beat
it's like
each other.
kids army.
Right.
Like you're out in the woods with the sticks.
And if they can hold like this position with the stick
for X amount of time, then they can move up the border.
They got to stay there.
They have to just plant their ass.
I'm a
garrison.
And you got to be like within a stick's reach. I fucking Chris started telling me about this one time, so I looked into it and I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!" They got protocols and shit.
Yeah, they're out in the fucking mountains, fucking in the middle of nowhere, fighting for fucking land, stick at a time.
Stick at a time.
One fucking stick at a time. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, like the sticks are like it almost sounds like a fucking sport.
Yeah, it's almost like I might think of signing up for that. It sounds fun. You're gonna feed me and fucking give me a paycheck to go fight in the woods with a stick? Sign me up, China, India. I'm a contractor for hire.
So ridiculous. You think they'd have like the tallest guys out there? You think India has an advantage in this fucking department, right? 'Cause they tend to be taller. Though, I'm not sure.
Whoa, that's ridiculous, man. Okay, here. How about this one? I believe this was Montana. Where was this?
Montana.
Hero teacher leaks internal emails from teachers union.
Yeah, I saw that one.
That's insane.
Yeah, they got a whole agenda.
The union's telling the teachers, the teachers union in the fucking state is trying to tell teachers how to basically, what would you say is that a good word for, like, you're not cloaking, but you're like, you're trying to hide, that's the layman's terms. Deception. Yeah.
They were saying write it down on paper.
Because it's against the state's laws to take surveys or questionnaires to students without 2 weeks' notice. So they're trying to give the kids pronoun surveys and figure out their sex identity, but without the parents' permission. So they're like, don't use any digital media because it's trackable. Use pens and paper, and once you've done it, then throw away all your stuff. Right. And this is the union telling teachers to do that.
Right.
Through an email. How ironic. They're like, don't use any digital fucking... They probably should have sent some fucking letters.
It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, they probably should have sent some letters.
But that's what you need, though, to, like... You need this...
Secret society.
This teacher... You need this teacher to stand up and say, no, this is bullshit. I mean, when you come across shit like that, you got to expose it. Because, yeah, it's basically, it's like they're doing secret society shit.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, deception. That's what I was going to say.
Deception, yeah.
The union is trying to, what was that?
Subterfuge.
Subterfuge. The union's teaching the teachers subterfuge and deception.
Right.
It's fucking, they might as well just be like, you're all now CIA agents.
Concealment. Right. I mean, this is shit secret societies do.
It's insane. I can't believe that shit. Over 80,000 kids were in that district.
Wow. The Anti-Defamation League going to war with Elon Musk, all right, or on Twitter.
Yeah.
Or X.
They're trying to bring down his fucking revenues.
They're saying that X, or Twitter, is allowing too much
Semitism.
Semitism. Well, anti-Jewishness. So let's just be frank. It's not Semit. They're not going out. They're not. Where if you talk shit about the Arabs, nobody cares.
Okay, so that's just anti-Jewish stuff.
Yeah, Semitism.
Dude, I watched a little Crowder this morning. How funny was his like Jewish bit where he's like, you know how I say it? It just doesn't come out.
I didn't see it.
It's hilarious. He's like, I want to say they're Jewish, but it's like, no, she's a Jew. It's like, dude, his bit was fucking hilarious. He's just trying to say Jewish or Jew, and he's like, it always sounds dirty.
Oh.
He can't help himself. He's like, I can't. I just feel like they're gonna come after me.
Oh no.
Yeah,
they're gonna go. Yeah, ADL is claiming that X or Twitter is allowing too much
anti-Jewish
material
rhetoric.
I'm not on there anymore. Like I'm blocked or fucking banned.
I was thinking about getting back on X because of the Tucker Army.
That's a thing?
No, it's not a thing, but it's just nice to keep up with what he's doing. And the only way I see shit is like every now and then, sporadically through clips on YouTube.
Man.
So yeah, I mean, he's right though. They're trying to bring down his revenue because of Tucker. That's really what it is.
Could be. I didn't see Crowder this morning.
Well, I'm talking about Elon.
Oh, Elon. Yeah.
He's like him and Tucker obviously are like, let's make a lot of money together. I think so.
Oh yeah, sure.
And the ADL don't like Tucker.
No.
So they want to shut him up. So how do we do that? We got to crash fucking X.
Yeah.
United Airlines issue a nationwide ground stop on all flights this afternoon.
Why?
Supposedly they're having equipment trouble again.
That's happened before this year, right? In Canada and Japan and Philippines. They're getting hacked.
Somebody's hacking.
Mosquitoes dropped on Baltimore.
Fucking
Bill Gates mosquitoes.
Bill Gates
allegedly.
mosquitoes.
But allegedly they were genetically
manipulated.
Yeah, mosquitoes, right?
For what purpose?
I don't know. Supposedly they have malaria.
They let the mosquitoes out that have malaria?
That's I'm seeing this reported. I don't know if it's fucking true. I did see the video of it. They're dropping something weird. The helicopters are definitely dropping something weird. It's not it looks like a swarm and then it dissipates pretty quickly.
Weird.
Yeah. Just like a swarm would of mosquitoes.
Over Baltimore.
But there was multiple copters doing something like that. Allegedly, they're mosquitoes.
Do you know anything about that story about the military base out in, I think it's California, Northern California? I don't know, Utah, something, that this company had just bought all the land around it, and nobody knows who the buyer of the land is?
China.
Duh, but did you hear anything about that?
No, I didn't.
I'd have to look that back, or I didn't really hear about it. I heard about that secondhand, but I did see some other people reporting on it. And I'm like, yeah, how can you not know who's buying the fucking land around a military base? Oh, because you're China, right, and you got your hand up fucking the president's ass. Or at least up his son's ass, and you're trying to protect your son.
It's all the same. He's got all those aliases. There's some new text message from Hunter to his sister.
That's an older one. I've seen that one before.
Is
where
it?
he's like, I got to give half of my money to Pop. Yeah.
Oh, all right. I didn't know. I didn't look into it. I just heard it mentioned.
Yeah, he's complaining about having to give half his money to his dad, and it's like, well, isn't that like you're making money through his good graces and then giving it to him? That's kind of fucked.
What else we got going on?
I don't know. I think I'm just about done here, other than,
I forgot what.
Do not comply, man. Don't put the masks back on.
That shop teacher up in Canada is back in work.
Got a new job. Old big boobs,
Big
big nipples, cigar butt nipples. Got a new job.
Yeah. She got a new job.
Plastic nipples.
Whatever the hell was going on there. I don't even know if that was a troll or not.
Still trolling.
I don't know if it's a troll or if they're serious or what.
It's crazy. I mean, I just got other stupid stuff like the whole Heels versus Babyface got in trouble. He's a gamer for having a rant on gender, and it blew up all over like the fucking TikTok and stuff because he was just like, there's nothing I like more than like buying a new game and just having to hear about, transgenderism the whole time, because like in the cinema things, in between things, are like, I have a secret to tell you. It's like, I'm actually a clone of a man. His name was, and it's like a girl talking.
Uh-huh.
And then, there's all like, I guess, this shit going on. And he's like, you just got to push our politics. You push your politics into our games. It's just so fucking, just let me tell you how much I want to get into my escapism and have to hear this shit.
Right, right.
So everybody jumped on him and attacked him for being, whatever, a fucking Nazi or transphobe.
Politics in games it's hard to avoid in some ways.
Well, it's been picking up steam over the years
Sure.
with everything else.
Right.
ESG is, I heard somebody say it great. ESG is like the $80 trillion weapon to bring down America.
They had that, what is that? Environment,
social, and green.
Green, right. They had that agenda, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could see it.
$80 trillion by BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street. They own fucking Wall Street.
Or a lot of shit, at least. And why the fuck did they name their city BlackRock and fucking...
out at the Burning Man?
Yeah. Why did that? What is that?
I don't know. It's pretty coincidental.
And what did they have an outbreak of?
I don't know if they had an outbreak, but they had a big-ass rainstorm, and they all got stuck in the mud.
There was an outbreak there. And all right, so like the rich people that went there that had like their own copters and shit, they're getting detained wherever they land and get quarantined.
That's weird.
Was it cholera?
What'd they spray on them?
I don't know.
What'd they spray on them? What did HARP drop on them this time?
Is Burning Man over?
I think that people were just getting evacuated. The last people are getting evacuated yesterday and today. Latinos for Trump. Fuck Joe Biden.
Maybe there wasn't an outbreak. I don't know. Ebola. No, there's not an Ebola outbreak. Okay. According to Forbes.
I should hook up the sound so we could play that Latinos for Trump song. But we could get it strike or something, so maybe not.
See,
anybody out there that wants to hear a great fucking song and you want to...
We've been carrying on for this fucking long about nothing.
What time? How long?
It's 9:43.
How long have we got in here? An hour and 14? That's not too long, but
all right.
We're doing all right.
We're doing all right.
But yeah, go check out the Latinos for Trump song if you're like, put it right next to your fucking what's the Oliver song?
Richmond, North of Richmond.
Yeah, put it right next to that on your tracks.
I mean, I don't know. That guy's song isn't really political.
But he's also
He
it was, I mean,
he got politicized.
He got politicized. it's not very political. You're right, but at the same time, because yeah, both right and left are fucking shot, and that's why.
I just love that the Fight for 15 people are pissed off about it. I'm like, are you serious?
Who's that?
You know the people that fight for 15 minimum wage. Yeah, there's a whole movement Fight for 15.
Oh, I didn't know they were pissed about it.
Yeah, they're lefties.
Oh, okay. Well, what are they pissed about?
Oliver Anthony?
What did he say about against $15?
He didn't say anything against that.
They're just fucking delusional.
It's not that they personally take, fucking.
They're walking shoulder to shoulder, lockstep with their politicians.
Well,
rich man in North.
Some people claim that. All right, so it's the fact that he mentions Richmond and north of Richmond, right? Fucking. Some people see that as a Confederate fucking dog whistle or some shit.
Oh, okay.
The thing about dog whistles is, if you're hearing them,
you're a dog.
You're a dog. I don't know why people always claim to hear dog whistles, but anyway. Fucking another thing he says, the fudge rounds thing is for 5'3". Fucking.
If you're 5'3",
some people say that's
pounds.
fucking racist, and again, that's you, right?
Yeah, you're 5'3", 300 pounds.
He doesn't say anything about a race in that line, but people are saying it's racist, and that the lefties are saying.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're mind readers somehow, or
he read my mind.
He knew exactly who he's talking about.
He read my mind. He knows my mind.
Freaking ridiculous.
I watched a couple videos this week of like people in Texas trying to rob other people or do other things, and then the people they're trying to fuck with just pulls out a gun and they just walk away, and it's like, and that's the end of the incident.
Yeah.
It's like they were like, oh, let's not kill each other. Bye. It's like Texas, yo.
You ever watch
some law shit right there?
Slapped Ham, right? Is that it? So Slapped Ham is a YouTube channel, and it deals a lot with the paranormal, right?
Okay.
And so they have they collect videos from the internet and put them in one big show, right? And he does this maybe a couple times a week, right?
Sounds awesome.
It is. I'm subscribed. I watch it all the time.
Nice.
And there was one last week or whatever where it has something to do with some legend. The guy's taking he's in England, and he's coming across the bridge, and there's a guy just standing there, and it's in the middle of the night, right? He's got the video camera on him. He's like, guy's just standing on the bridge. He's got a mask on. He's dressed in all black or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And the guy calls out his name and says, hello, blah, 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 and, tries to get him. And the guy starts walking to him, and he just runs away. And so I commented, this kind of shit never fucking happens in America, right? Because you get shot that way.
Uh-huh.
Right. And I got a lot, I got a lot of traction.
What about that fucking guy crawling up the ladder in Sweden? It was an illegal fucking refugee going to kill his ex-girlfriend and climbs up a ladder and breaks into the home while like there's some Swede, obviously some dude Swede that's a complete cuck filming him, like just holding his hand out. He's like, no, let's talk about this. No, let's talk about this. The guy's he's got a knife in his hand like this, and he's coming up the ladder, and he's just going, no, let's talk about this.
Why did he push the fucking ladder?
Because he's fucking an idiot. Why didn't he just kick the guy? Why didn't he fucking, I don't know, throw the fucking plant that's next to him onto his fucking head and just like, bloop.
It's like a siege from medieval times.
So it was basically like,
oil,
slow-mo, like death coming at you, and you're putting your hand up in front of him. You're like, no, please stop. Please, no, stop. No, I don't want death. I don't want death. The guy fucking pulls the knife out, and he's got the knife, and he's like this, and he puts it into his pants again, and he's climbing.
Don't tell me.
And then he gets up, pulls the knife out again, and the guy's like, no, stop. And he stabs him in the fucking neck with the knife.
Holy shit. Don't tell me the guy at the window was white.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy on the ladder
was like, I think he was
Persian.
Yeah, something like that. He was definitely he might have Middle Eastern or like
possibly
maybe a Russian.
Oh,
I don't know.
Fucking Russians.
Maybe, I don't know. Or Ukrainian.
Goddamn Russians, man. What the fuck?
Eastern Bloc. I don't know.
They're just a weird bunch, aren't they? These fucking Russians.
Just
My favorite Russian video is the one with the bear, and they're working out. You ever see that one? Oh, it's a fucking great video. So there's a guy like hanging on a tree, right? And there's another guy like punching him, right?
Yeah.
And in the background, there's a bear moving the tree up and down.
Jesus Christ.
Bear.
The bear's helping out the workout.
Helping out the workout. It's like a Wojak, right? You know about Wojak?
I know Wojak as the internet meme, not the bear. I think you were telling me about him a while back. He's the famous Russian bear.
He's not Russian. He was a
war hero.
Yeah, he was in like the Polish and British Army during World War II, and like he fucking brought like artillery shells to the cannons, right? Because they're heavy, right?
Wow.
And he could carry a lot of them, so that was his job. And he got paid, and he smoked cigarettes and drank and fucking
good bear.
Yeah, and they said when like he ended up in a zoo, and they said when the Polish guys came back, he heard them, and and ran up to before he saw them, he heard them, recognized their voices, and ran up to the fucking cage and was like tearing.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
All them years later,
yeah,
he remembered his buds.
Yeah, his comrades in arms. Like works with bears too.
It's crazy how smart animals are.
Oh yeah, we don't give enough credit.
We do not give them enough credit. They are intelligent, and just because they have wild instincts, when you domesticate them, they can be just as they're friendlier than humans.
Yeah, some of them are. Yeah.
All right.
It's also amazing how tasty they can be. That's the problem.
I'm sure they think humans are tasty
they
too.
Fuckers do. They do. They really. We're prime
myself
fucking
a snack.
All right.
Lions, tigers, and bears.
Oh my.
Oh my. So you think we might be ready for some memeage?
Let's do the memes. Let me get ready.
You sanctimonious son of a bitch.
Where am I?
Oh yeah, Barney's memes.
Where am I? Where am I?
You ready?
Yeah.
He's loading up, folks.
I'm ready.
Okay. First one of the day. I'm so sorry. I heard your family got a cat. That's a good one. I
went to the doctor's the other day and found out my new doctor is a young female, drop dead gorgeous. I was embarrassed, but she said, "Don't worry, I'm a professional. I've seen it all before. Just tell me what's wrong, and I'll help you in any way I can." I said, "I think my cock tastes funny."
What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? What? Come on, man.
No, it definitely says here, King Arthur came a lot. Do we know if he came a lot, or is he just the same as the average man?
Oh my gosh. We got some women coming out of a nightclub. Man kicks another man in the ass. And, okay. He wanted to get arrested too.
Yep.
When she breaks her diet and starts stuffing her face with all her favorite foods. Oh my God. When it's career day and your mom is talking about her OnlyFans account. Oh, man, poor dude. No, I'm on my period. No, I ate Taco Bell. That's me after tattooing Gucci on my balls so I can give her a designer bag. Ooh, yeah, that's a clever man. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. Doctor says, hell no.
What the fuck?
That's an old one, bud. When your pharmacist finds
what the fuck
on.
Hold on.
Barney don't know how to manage files.
What is going on?
He's going to figure it out here in a minute. I'm going to find something to talk about real quick while he figures that out. So, we got this poor guy, Kingdom Reacts. YouTube just fucking.
Oh, here we are.
Fucking wastoided him off the internet.
Who?
Kingdom Reacts. He's a little bit conspiracy theorist, but the YouTube just fucking took all his monetization away. That's why I love that we don't make any money through this, because they can't take shit away from us. It's
can't take nothing away. Nobody's watching. All right, so we're ready.
Here we go again.
This is at a Ren Fair.
Wow, that's a pretty. That's a. That doesn't. Where's the rest of the genders? Switch to the fast lane and drive 50 miles per hour. Switch to the fast lane. When you've eaten as much homework as I have,
you learn a few things.
Ooh, he's a smart dog. Absolutely nobody. White woman when one leaf hits the ground. Oh my God. Okay. Most propaganda is not designed to fool the critical thinker, but only to give the moral coward an excuse not to think at all. Heavy, dude. Kids, if your parents eat fries like this, they were once part of a secret society of partygoers who pulled all-night benders, went out after hours, went to sleep at 8 a.m., and woke up 9 a.m. for work. Yeah, guilty as charged, except, no kids. No kids that I know of. You got any kids you know of?
Not that I know.
Hand me the hairdryer. Ooh. Come on, man.
Come on, man. There we go.
Yep. Yes. Boutini. Skeletor. Okay. Now that's awesome.
Man at arms.
Morgan He-Man.
Oh God, this is like a whole series.
What do you get if you cross a bounty hunter with a tropical fruit? Mango fit.
Stupid. Shut the fuck.
T-Man. I pity the fool. The Empire smokes crack. Dude, that's amazing. Yes.
Shut the
yes.
fuck up. Oh God.
Gillette, the best Wookiee can get. Look at that fucking thing. Look at that thing.
Shit.
Holy crap, dude. Dude, the cat is the best thing ever. That meme's never going to die, I don't think.
It keeps going.
What the fuck? Oh, God. He went to like some sci-fi meme fucking heaven.
I did.
The cat head on a Statue of Liberty. No! You damn fools. You are Batman. Who told you? What the hell is this thing?
He's got tan lines.
Oh. Oh, I'm way over my head. What do we got here? He's crying. He can't make it. This poor shot. What was that in the window?
I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Nice dispenser. Nice. Somebody did it. Dr. Peter Venkman revealed today that Walter Penn, EPA, has no dick. This man has no dick. To Packard. Make it so. The second Breakfast Club. Shut the fuck up.
The Hobbits.
Oh, man. Reading Rainbow. Horror Nation. He's holding the book of Necronomicon.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. A sock. The Shining, Wendy's cigarette ash.
Hours of fun. Just like the real thing.
Oh, my God. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Change my mind. Come at me, bro. Come on, man. We still ain't found shit. Search goes on. Sources close to President Scroob have revealed. That's a great fucking... Yeah, that's basic. Man, that guy is so
Mark
fucking
Zuckerberg.
creepy.
He is.
It's a trap. Change my mind.
Shut the fuck up.
Incredible Jupiter images revealed by NASA's James Webb Telescope. What do we got in there? Oh, shut the fuck up. It's just a field of ducks. Vader seduced by the dark side of the Force. Yeah. Oh, my God. I am the Senate. Change my mind. Han Solo. RoboCop. Remember when RoboCop shot that dude in the dick? Yeah, I remember. I watched it the other night. Classic. Ham Solo. Jar Jar B. Star Wars, The Book of Boba Fett. Oh, man. Now, before we start, Anakin, let's talk about your copay and deductible. Nice. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I like that. That'd be a cool poster. Godzilla is literally a god, shoots fire, has regeneration, and is an apex predator. King Kong. Okay, so basically I'm a monkey. Doctor Who. Oh my God, come on. Peter Dalton.
Yeah, it's his name.
David Lee Roth. I wish they all could be the Wrath of Kanye. He-Man is a dick. Change my mind. You have my sword and my bow. And I believe you'll have my stapler. You have my stapler? Do it. 2 weeks. Nice. Yeah, that's a great one. Gordon's alive. Gordon's alive. Prince Voltan was amazed at the news that Gordon was indeed alive.
Fucking awesome.
Gordon's alive. No, I am your cat. No, that can't be true. That's impossible. Obi-Wan Bon Jovi. Mr. E.T. I pity the fool who doesn't phone home. I saw the guy dressed up as Mr. E.T. as a costume fucking gag once. It was awesome. Jesus, that's fucking yeah. That's what's going on nowadays. Alderaan. Oh my God, 5-day forecast. Nothing. Young Star Trek.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. The pumpkin spice must flow. Father. All right. It's just the flesh wound. Changed my mind. Your mother was a hamster.
Changed my mind.
By the power of numbskull. Transporter accidents. What? Wookie Goldberg? Come on. I was once so broke, I couldn't afford to pay my electricity bill. Those were the darkest days of my life.
Shut the fuck up.
By the motherfucking power of Grayskull, I have the motherfucking power.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes. Kith. Or no, that was the Beatles. Something. Sloth Vader. And we went through the memes.
No, we didn't.
I just found out that my father was a mime. You just found that out? Yes. He never spoke about it.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes, number one. He never spoke about it. The face you make when you trusted the science. Oh. Oh. Welcome. I have been expecting you. Impossible.
Spanish acquisition.
When you check on a friend's page you haven't heard from in a while and it says add friend. Shut the fuck up. What do you call a D? Is that DJ without a girlfriend?
Yep.
What? Homeless. Ooh. Ooh. Well, that seems redundant.
Being a teepee.
Now I'll never lose it again. Yeah, exactly. They disappear like fucking. We're going to sit here until all of you settle down, and I don't care how long it takes. They're all dead. What's wrong, babe? You barely touch your Jabocado toast. That's the best, dude. I want some Jabocado. Big Apple meet Big Anus. No, it definitely says here King Arthur Camelot. Do we know if Camelot? Yeah, we did that. When you push so hard on the toilet that you unintentionally teleport. Get the fuck out of here, dude. You unintentionally teleport. Yep, kid, you're going places. Acoustic electric.
Shut the fuck up.
Why do you keep calling me Jingle Bells? Because you look like you go all the way. Holy shit, dude. That's hilarious. My wife thought I bought the restraints for some fun in the bedroom. Guess who didn't steal the covers and stayed on her side of the bed last night? These are the filters we grew up with, and that's the truth. I love that one.
That is true.
You remind me of that first slice of bread in the bag. What? Everyone touches you, but no one really wants you. Yeah. Jack Trump. Gang, gang. It's going to be 90 here today. Nothing beats the heat like a cold tuna. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, sad state of affairs in the art world. Oh, but getting back to that one really quickly. All right, this one's great too. But the one with the girl a couple memes ago.
You want me to go back?
No, I just want to tell the joke. It's hilarious. No, one more. No, one more. Yeah. And guess who didn't steal the covers and stayed on her side of the bed last night? There was one recently. It was like, I said to my girlfriend, women aren't any good at multitasking. And she said, what? He's like, yeah. I told her to sit down and shut up, and she couldn't do either one. She couldn't do either. I was like, ooh, that's a tough one.
That is rough.
Dude, the orchestra. Freebird. Terry. That's a girl's name. You have died of dysentery. Why is it called boob sweat and not humid titties? Humid titties. Suspect is driving in a green everything. I keep hitting my drums when people
are trying to tune.
Yeah, that's true. Fuck the tuners. Things just got real. That's nice. That's nice. That the Wolf's paying off fucking Kool-Aid Man. In the game of baseball, stealing a base while the game is in progress is generally regarded as the most difficult play to execute successfully. I didn't even look at the fucking picture until I was done reading. Hilarious. Less 1984, more 1776. Yes, true. Come on, Americans. Get your shit together. What the hell is this? They're fucking projecting on a cow?
Yep. This is the drive-in.
Oh, my God.
Walking, I guess. I don't know.
Homeowner. I'd like to break both of my legs. Architect, say no more. That's a fucked up design. I hope that's not real. It looks fucking real. After telling Oprah I don't want to sell, shut the fuck up. Blue tarp on your house. I'm all in on the blue. We'd like to thank Bobby for coming out tonight. He's all stoked and into it. We'd like to thank Bobby for coming out tonight. Lie to me, Pinocchio. Oh, Jesus Christ. Dude.
That smells good.
Dude, filthy. Just think, no matter how bad life gets, at least you're not in this car. That's the goddamn truth. I hate how these e-girls swindle lonely, unsuccessful guys out of their money by offering them false hope and fantasy. Bernie's an e-girl. Once again, I would like you to donate to my e-girl campaign.
I am asking you.
Oh, that's what it is. Once again, I am asking you. Yep. Just stalled out. Changed my mind. The boy in the red grew up and became a sailor. The boy in the blue became a sanctimonious American man. Did you make that one?
Yeah, I did.
That's a good one. So go on. Feel it. Is that Wojak feeling the tit? Priest. Okay, guys. Today we're going to Bangladesh. Kid named Ladesh. What the fuck? He's got the cross. No.
Staying back.
Dude. Yeah, that's a good, I like that one.
Crossover.
Mm-hmm. Little mix match. This is Eileen. If you know anything about 80s music, then you'll know what to do next.
I'll give you a few minutes.
Everybody, just, yeah. What was the name of the band that did that? Fuck.
Come on, honey. Something Runners?
Okay, all right.
Mad Runners?
If you know, put it in the comments below. A photographer took pictures of people before and after she called them beautiful. Shut the fuck. Who's that on the bottom right?
Mad Dog Maddox.
Mad Dog Maddox. That was a cool... I remember seeing that back in the day. That was pretty cool. In case of dragons and or dungeons, break glass. Oh, fuck up. Yes. Hot Rod. Helen Keller was immune to flashback. Wow.
It's true.
She just fucking front line. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Why isn't COVID affecting you people? We don't have TV. Yeah. Great documentary. Check it out. COVID and the Amish. Liberals. People who will call you a Nazi as they violently try to shut down your free speech and opposing views. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sounds pepperoni dog fart. Me, almost late for work. The guy in front of me buying lottery tickets. Yep, every day. Farting cows are destroying the planet. Stop farting then. Oh, God. Wow. Locksmith been waiting for years for this call. Look up. When they build a new Chick-fil-A across from your work. Oh, jeez. Jesus, is that the same woman? Mm-hmm. I like Jaws too, Phil, but it's impossible to sneak up on people when you do that. Yeah, there it is. There's what's actually going on. Caucasians.
I fucking love that.
That's awesome. Mike's hard mayonnaise. Ooh, cold, hard, refreshing. Early Italian nuclear tests colorized.
1957.
That pizza didn't do so good. Gold Digger Barbie, because that dream house and pink Corvette ain't cheap. Yeah. Don't tread rhythmically. How about that kid? We didn't talk about fucking Don't Tread on Me, kid.
Schooled him.
Or did we talk about him last week?
Last week, I think.
Okay. Can't read it?
Captain.
Picking up a
transmission.
Put
it on the main viewer.
Put it on the main viewer. Oh, it's just a tranny. The face you make when you didn't pay the electric bill. Her dad, your boyfriend, is sure taking his time in the bathroom, being in the bathroom. Shut the fuck up, dude. Come on. A log. This guy is living in 3033. Yeah. He's just recycling. Truth in the signs. Women and mentally ill men. No. Democrats, when an election approaches. 51 intelligence, big Texans, BLM, mail-in voting, COVID, water pipe burst, Russian. Yeah, which one are we going to do? We're going to maybe pick this one and this one. I see dead people. What are the dead people doing? They're voting by mail. When she got high mileage and the check engine light is on, beat it up. Is that what it says?
Yes. And it's got hands.
What the fuck, dude? And why shouldn't I smoke it? It's mine, my own, my precious. Should have, what's his face on there? I finally found a workout plan that fits my lifestyle. Yeah, just put that weight right on the fucking the old 12-ouncer. I will never let any man tell me what I can do with my body, Dr. Fauci. Yep, sure, woman. I lost my pizza cutter, so I use a Bryan Adams CD. It cuts like a knife. It cuts like a knife. Okay, serious debate. Where's the katai go? I'm thinking 2.
2.
Yeah. I'm not an expert, but I don't think this Karen is going to make it. Yeah, that's a little oh my God. Flat earthers, when they realize they have been breathing from the atmosphere and not from the atmosphere.
Atmo flat.
Atmo flat. Gonna turn this Pizza Hut into a Pizza Home. I don't know why that's funny, but it is. I comply because I want it to end. It's because you comply that it will never end, and that's the truth. I need to go home and paint this while it's still fresh in my mind. Isn't that your 4th drink? Me. Isn't that your 4th baby daddy?
Shut the fuck up.
When grandma says she's too tired to bake any more cookies. They would give her a bump.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to take care of this cat anymore. He's got a gun to its head. You can't just kill it because you don't want to take care of it anymore. Ooh. I've seen so many people like that, it disgusts me. Like, just girls about to be like, oh, that's last week.
Right.
But people that, is that it?
Yeah,
that's probably it. But that was great, though. That was a good run right there. I'm going to just go back to this for a minute. I've seen so many people I've known, well, it's always been like a pet peeve of mine. No, I don't have pets. I know I don't want the responsibility. But when people like get a pet and they have it for like 3 or 4 months and then they got to move and they give it away.
Yeah.
It's like you're shot, you know, or you just don't want it anymore, or you got issues in your life. And it's like you didn't really want it in the first place. It's just there as your fucking whatever, bobble fucking piece.
Well, people used to get it as like an accessory, right? I mean,
That's what I mean. Yeah, an accessory, and it's still going on right now.
Right.
Like people buying expensive dogs, they keep it in a cage all day, and they walk it once or twice a day just to go on a walk with
Instead
the dog.
Of being its friend, right?
Yeah, it's just like, oh, I need a dog to go take a walk, so we're just gonna go.
Right. It's like Paris Hilton back in the aughts, right?
With the friggin' little dog in her bag.
Right.
That started the trend, or helped kick it into full fucking.
Right.
But it's
all of a sudden there was girls walking around with fucking chihuahuas in their,
I've seen people that have done that multiple times, and to me it reflects on their character very badly. It's like you've had multiple pets that you've given away. That means you just don't care about things,
I'd love to have a dog. I just fucking not,
Yeah, I mean, I think having a pet is awesome. I think it's amazing.
Maybe
And I mean, I just feel like at least I know myself well enough that, I don't know, maybe it'd do me some good, but I know myself well enough where I wouldn't want to be the person to give away something once I got it, like a living creature. You're not going to be like,
depends what it was.
What?
Like if it was a pig or a cow.
No, I think all animals have an intelligence that if you are going to bring them into your life and you spend enough time with them, they're gonna probably be connected to you in some way.
Oh yeah,
and
I'm not denying that.
Just to give them away is kind of like a fucking.
I'm not saying. I'm basically saying they're still on the menu.
Yeah, I guess it's like I'm sounding a little bit of PETA right now, but fucking.
But animals have intelligence. Yeah, you could befriend animals. Just a lot of animals too, more than you'd think, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not so sure about insects. Like,
I mean, I've seen people that befriend insects.
Have you?
Yeah.
Really? For like a period of time? Like
Oh yeah, old slow used to fucking like become friends with spiders and shit like that. Fucking be feeding them every day. You'd be living in the same corner. You'd feed them over the course of weeks.
Really?
And they'd come out for him and shit like that.
Weird. I didn't know that.
Slow is my cousin. That's his nickname.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I guess I've seen people have pet tarantulas.
I mean, that could just be like a pet tarantulas. Sure, yeah.
They're technically are they insects? I'm not sure what they're technically.
I don't know, but it could just be they know there's food or whatnot. But who knows?
People keep bringing mantises.
Charlotte's
too.
Web, bro. Shut up,
Charlotte's Web, bro.
All righty. How much time we been on here? We're going on 2 hours now. We're almost through 2. I think we're about good.
Ooh, went fast. Went damn fast.
Are we gonna dress up like Trudeau in blackface, and I'll be Jimmy Kimmel in blackface?
Holy shit! No.
Why not? Did you see them trying to do that with the boy with Keith?
Keith who?
Fucking Keith Hodge this morning.
No.
They dressed them up. They were like doing whiteface. Fucking Crowder goes in. He's like, "Are you sure? I don't think we can do this." He's like, "What's the matter? Why can't we do whiteface?" It's like, why are you the old lady? he dresses up as the old lady.
Twins on?
Yeah, he had the Hodge twins on. They're going to be on the Mug Club thing. They're starting in October. Part of Mug Club. Mug Club's going to take over, I think.
Is it? I don't know. I don't pay.
You know how many viewers he had this morning on Rumble?
I don't know.
250,000 viewers on Rumble.
That's a lot of viewers on
yeah,
Rumble.
Yeah, on Rumble.
Probably
250,000.
the most on Rumble, actually. I don't use Rumble very often.
I'm like, I always watch Steven on Rumble because they have the YouTube fucking button where it's like when they're starting to say something that's fucked up,
right?
And can't be on YouTube, they press the button and they're like, if you want, you can watch it on Rumble and you'll see everything. But
yeah, I watch it on YouTube when I do end up watching it, and that music comes on, that like waiting room music.
Yeah, go to Rumble if you want to see what's going on.
I use BitChute a lot. I don't think he's on BitChute per se.
I use BitChute because that's still the old West.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's still the old. That's still the old West YouTube.
Like, there's something to piss everybody off there.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see
in the comments or fucking the video
somewhere.
You're
gonna see something like, holy fuck, somebody put this up.
I can't believe how just commercialized YouTube has become from like. I mean, when they launched in 2005, I think we were discussing this the other day. I got like an account a year after they had started. 2006, I think I got my account. And it's just so different back then. It was like such new technology.
Well, yeah, it was.
It's like videos online. Nobody cared about it back then. It was just all cable and TV.
I remember when you first got it, actually.
Yeah, I think I uploaded some pictures of some cloud fucking time lapses. That was one of the first.
We were
things.
at your dad's house.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
on the big computer screen.
Yeah, and you're like, "This is YouTube." I'm like, "What?" And I fell asleep in front of it just watching YouTube all day.
It's crazy. And now we're here, and it's like almost taken over television.
I never watch television, really. I mean, unless there's specifically a show I want to watch. Like, I heard something about Wheel of Time next season, so I'm going to try to catch that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if that's television.
No, I think that's a streaming. Yeah. There's nothing on television anymore, I don't think, that anybody goes to watch other than sports.
I will watch, if I remember, fucking Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy.
Yeah. Game shows.
Yeah.
That stuff's cool. What I think is like, I don't know how many years it's been since I haven't had cable, but I mean, it's just such a simple fact to me. It's like if you stop watching cable news, you become deprogrammed. You know, it's like if you're watching that shit all the time, I don't care if it's.
Well, I've seen it, you know.
Like people that get rid of their cable and all of a sudden they're like, wow, I think differently now.
Yeah.
Or fucking. It's easier to see these opinions when before it was like you're living in it and you're like you're being hypnotized by every commercial.
When you hear something repeated constantly, right? We all do this.
Yeah, they're changing your worldview.
Yeah,
your mind.
Right, because they're repeating it over and over again.
It's like they live.
Like they live. Yeah, that's happening.
It's happening. The aliens are here. 4 different species.
What?
He's like, what? That was what Joe just had that fucking guy on again recently.
The Grush guy?
Jeremy Corbell. And he also had Knapp. What is it? Knapp's first name? The one that broke the... George Knapp, yeah. He had them both on, and he was like, back in the 1960s, in the Air Force training manual, there is a page that tells you about alien life, and they've been here for thousands of years. And if you're going to be in this part of the higher upper echelon of the Air Force, you're going to need to know about the different species of aliens. And he's like, and then once alien people found out about it, they took it out of the manual. But George says he still has a copy of it.
I'd like to see that in real life. Also give it some scrutiny. The thing about that is right. So let's just say that's true.
Let's say it's true. In the 1960s, the Army in the U.S. Air Force. In their manual told you about alien life being here thousands of years, and there's different species.
So 1960s. So that was
mid 60s. Yeah, like 64, I think, or 68. I don't know, somewhere in that time, mid 60s.
Let's say 68. So that's 55 years ago.
Okay.
The capabilities of the U.S. Air Force have dramatically changed in 55 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, you would say, like, all right, so then if the U.S. Air Force knew that, right, and they had it in their manual, then other air forces at the time must have been aware of it too, right? You could figure the Soviets probably knew, right?
Mm-hmm.
The British, the French.
Yeah, there's probably sightings or crashes all over the world by then.
Yeah, Israelis possibly. Anybody that had a good Air Force in the 60s. But now you got to think like it's 50, what do we say, 53, whatever it is?
You said 55.
55 years later. So 55 years of it, technology advancing. That's third world countries getting 55-year-old technology, which means that they would have the capabilities to be aware of these aliens as well, which would mean that, pretty much anybody who was in an Air Force anywhere in the world might
know about this.
Yeah, and that's a lot of cover-up or ignoring. Never underestimate ignoring it.
Well, also, I mean, I know a lot of people.
That's part of the mass media that I've noticed. Like, if the mass media ignores something, it's almost like it didn't fucking happen.
True. We've seen it. We've seen it
so many
this
times.
Past year. This past few years, we've seen, like, even with the Maui fires. It's like they reported on it for one day and a little bit into the week, and now it's over. And it's like, no, this is one of the worst things that's happened in fucking American history as far as fires go. And it's just like they decided we don't want to report on it.
Because it's only
same thing with Palestine. Yeah, the same thing with any kind of. It's like they repeat on some disasters, but not others. It's like some disasters, they're like, great, yeah, we want to report on this because it doesn't have anything to do with their agenda.
Trump blooded fucking Burning Man, dude.
Trump did it.
Trump
yeah, it was all Trump's fault. But the aliens,
that's gotta suck. Being Donald Trump getting blamed for fucking everything.
I mean, that's just how it's gone, and I'm glad like the minorities across, and hopefully a lot of white people too are waking up to this fucking complete demonization. I mean, the guy that was singing that Latinos for Trump song, or no, maybe it was somebody else. No, it was the Latinos. He's like, I'm sorry I didn't vote for you the last time.
Yeah.
They said you was a racist, but I ain't seen no proof, and it's
Right.
like, yeah, it's because that's all they were repeating on the television, changing that guy's fucking reality because everybody around him's watching television and they're all talking to him. Can you believe it? He said both sides. There's good people on both sides. He said, grab him by the pussy. He said, or whatever the fuck that was before the election. Both sides was after the election.
Right.
That's
I know
my
those. I don't know who the artists were, but do you remember that song in like 2016 or something? I got a shotty in the trunk for Donald Trump.
No.
So there was some viral song back then. It was like a hip hop song, and it was called "I Got a Shotty in the Trunk for Donald Trump." Maybe it wasn't called that, but that was the chorus. I got a shotty in the trunk for Donald Trump. Well, now they're voting for Donald Trump, and they made a new video about it.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Same artist.
Same guys. Yeah.
Well, it's because they're waking up, and I'm glad. But you have Eminem out there who's a complete fucking
Holy
psyop,
shit.
fucking walking psyop. His brain's been melted by somebody. If
Holy
you can't
fuck.
tell that, then you're fucking stupid.
He's just all over the fucking place. He's like,
Did you see him on that NFL like fucking show the one day? He was straight fucking lobotomized robot man.
no, I didn't see him. NFL starts this week, huh? Yeah.
I hear
next week. Yeah.
Old Christopher tells me that the Jets have a chance. Not that you're a Jets fan, but he's
No,
like,
but
he's
I
like,
mean-
out of all my years, this is the most excited I've been for a season. And I'm like, really? I stopped watching sports, so like, to me, I'll watch every now and then. But I remember when I was into it heavy. But I think with that deprogramming, you stop giving a fuck.
The Jets. I mean, the Jets have got my hopes up a few times in preseason.
Are you a fan of the Jets or the Giants?
I'm a Giants fan.
That's what I thought.
But they're not, they're the Jets. I don't hate the Jets or anything.
Right. I'll root for. Yeah, I like the Jets.
Sure.
And I like any New York team. Like I said, I used to be way more into following the seasons and like it's like Star Wars for me. It's like when I don't know if it's like you get older and you stop caring about stuff, or is it just they made it so bad you stopped caring?
Well,
it's like you can't do the NFL is like they touch each other. The quarterback gets touched. It's like fucking
life
a
priorities,
joke.
man. I think it's just like, when I was younger, I used to care about shit that didn't really mean anything as much.
Right.
I used to care about stuff that didn't mean much. Like, and now, like, I kind of feel like unless I'm like discovering something or I ain't really contributing, right? Like,
yeah, exactly. Like going and watching.
Did I harvest today? No. What did I do for society? Like,
yeah,
I have a different outlook, kind of.
True. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Like, like doing with this show that we just did made me feel like, okay, I'm contributing in a better way than if I was. I mean, when I build skate parks, I feel like I'm contributing a lot. But when I'm like working on a fucking somebody's house or something like that for just because, I'm like, this is a waste of my life. But when I'm doing something like the art show with the shop and all the people that were involved, who were like one big team, I'm like, oh, this is like leading someplace.
Right.
This is doing something.
Something. You're creating something, whatever.
Mhm.
I mean, I get that same feeling from like when I build my shit or paint my stuff or,
I get the feeling with this show as well. Like, even though it's not like we don't
the greatest show on earth.
We don't have anything planned.
You sanctimonious son of a bitch.
We're just having fun, but it's I don't know if it's leading anywhere, but it sure is. If anybody's watching it and getting anything out of it, other than like a critical thinking habit, or maybe a fucking different point of view, or they don't have time to go search the news out, like the ridiculous news of the day, and we can bring it to you every week. Well, that's fucking great. We're doing something.
I mean, a lot of people do that, but at least maybe they like our cadence or the look of our jib, fucking
Jibby.
Speaking of Eminem, so he
shot.
He sent a cease and desist to Vivek Ramaswamy.
Old Ramaswamy got the cease and desist
because he sang a song.
He I didn't
what
watch
a
the
fucking
video.
Clown. So it's a video of Vivek
just rapping, yeah,
singing a song.
He likes his music.
Apparently likes his music, right?
So much he's memorized it.
Yes. Yeah. Right? Just the same way Barack Obama.
And it wasn't like he was getting paid for the performance or anything like that.
No.
He was just like on stage and he's like, oh, something came up. I didn't see the video.
I didn't see what
But
brought it
anyways, he just fucking went for the rap and he did it.
Right. And it's kind of like the same way, like, you know, Barack Obama started to sing, what was it? Let's Get It On, I think, right?
I don't know. Barack's fucking... I don't remember that one, but he did a lot of stuff.
Crack and cock. Barack Crack and cock. But at one point when he was president, he started singing
a song.
Yeah.
Nobody sent him a cease and desist.
Nobody sent him a cease and desist, right?
Well, that's how fucking whack and like inclusive the left is.
Well, speaking of that, I saw that our buddy Jimmy Fallon is hanging out with fucking British Knight Mick Jagger.
Well, I saw our buddy Jimmy Fallon has come to our friggin' network, YouTube.
Has he?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I guess because of the writer's strike, all those fucking knuckleheaded late night assholes decided to do a YouTube show together.
A podcast or something, right?
Yeah, a podcast. And it's like, to me, that's just like the deep state fucking crying out like, oh, we got to keep the message going somehow. Get these assholes on something.
Right, gotta keep them relevant.
Yeah.
Gotta keep people
people in the fucking loop somehow.
Yes.
Get these assholes talking to each other now.
Well, I wonder if he'll have Mick Jagger on tonight. And I also think the Stones are coming out with a new album, which I didn't think was going to happen because didn't the drummer die?
I don't know.
I thought the drummer died.
I have no clue what's going on with the Stones. I know they're great musicians and whatnot, but
I don't fucking listen to the Stones, but
I mean, they're great musicians. I'm not saying I listen to them, but I know that like Keith Richards is a great fucking guitarist, and the drummer was great, and fucking Mick is a fucking, you know, he's got a great like cadence.
I like Shattered.
Mm-hmm.
Shattered. Mother's Little Helper.
Okay.
Painted Black, right? Wasn't that?
Yeah, Painted Black.
I guess that's early Stones, right?
Beast of Burden. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I never could. Nah.
Never got into it.
No.
Some of the earlier blues stuff.
I'm not sure.
But anyways, I know they're great musicians. I was never into the
they're boomers.
The thing either. To me, it's just like a popularity contest, and it's like if you don't like the Stones, well, how can you be cool then?
It was like I think it was like, you know, you had to like this either like
you had to like the Stones or you had to like Zepp.
Was that what it was? I thought it was the Beatles.
Oh, the Stones or the Beatles, and then it was Zepp or Pink Floyd.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Or was it Zepp and someone else? I don't know. I know there was like always they had a little contender series against bands. The Who? Who the fuck did you have to? Was their alter ego? What's up with Kiss saying? You were saying Kiss thinks Iron Maiden is a contemporary.
Oh, so Kiss was on. This is going back. Kiss was on a interview in Mexico, and the interviewer was wearing an Iron Maiden shirt, right? And fucking Gene Simmons is like, "You wear a rival band T-shirt in our interview," and he's like, "We got a Kiss shirt somewhere." Blah, blah, blah. And he makes him take it off, and I'm like, people that listen to Maiden probably aren't listening to Kiss.
Not a rival. No.
Not a rival.
You were a generation before fucking Maiden.
Yeah, and they play totally different types of music, right? There might be some kind of crossover, right? Now, granted, Kiss is like it's like hair metal before hair metal existed. It's not even metal, really.
Yeah,
it's rock, really. They have that image that, you know, is similar to heavy metal.
They were supposed to be. They were like, to me, pre-White Zombie. They're like, we're gonna be monsters and do rock and roll. That's fucking.
I could see that.
It's an art band.
What's his face did that?
Bowie.
Wow,
he's done it. I guess
he did an art.
Genesis. Did they do that? Genesis is their early fucking.
Or did they dress up like monsters?
Yeah, they did something. Not the monsters, but they were doing the '60s fucking shit with all makeup.
Who was the? I'll put a spell on you.
I put a spell on
you. 'Cause you're mine. That guy did that shtick a little bit. Huh. Screaming Jay Hawkins. Right?
Not familiar. I know the song.
I think he's like a 50s thing.
Yeah, I mean, all that theater stuff, it was way bigger back in the day. Now it's not as much incorporated as much. I don't think it's just it's lost its flavor in society. Maybe in America.
I have no idea. I can't tell you who any new acts are.
Well, I meant like theater-wise. Like, I mean, I guess Slipknot you could consider something like that, but it's always like
Insane Clown Posse or something. But what are these bands
But it's
from?
not like theater. That's
They're
just
from
like
the
these
90s,
people
right?
painting their faces and shit. Yeah. Fucking whoop whoop.
I saw this drum
Juggle
solo
of life.
that just was like, what? I should have sent it to you because it was fucking next level shit.
A band?
No, it was some kind of like competition, and the Masked Man or whatever, and it, like it was kind of like it reminded me of like a school competition between drum
kids?
Yeah.
Oh. Or drum squads?
Kind of, yeah. And this one squad just did a fucking completely like really artsy, weird, very cool drum thing. I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even describe it, except that they wore masks, and they were really good. That's the other part I can say. But the shit that got weird is like they went outside, ended up on a roller coaster, was playing the roller coaster.
Wow.
Rhythmically. It was weird. I don't know how they were allowed on a roller coaster in the middle of a competition, but that fucking happened. I guess there was a roller coaster next door. They must have planned on this ahead of time, right? Because who else? I mean, they must have practiced because fucking they got on the roller coaster all in like the middle of the act. like they left the place, kept the cameras rolling, got on the roller coaster, were playing the roller coaster. The roller coaster must have been aware of it because it happened really fast.
So it's a live thing.
Oh yeah, it was live.
Okay.
They somehow planned for
choreographed it all together.
Choreographed it, yeah.
Sounds cool.
The shit without the roller coaster was cool. I was kind of like, what the fuck? Because once they left the building, I was kind of like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah, gimmicky.
Yes.
I'm not into gimmicky shit. Not really. A lot. I mean, I'm pretty jaded anymore when it comes to art and artists because it seems like, once you've seen shit done and you see someone else just copying it, you're like, what the fuck? There's very few far between like originals, and nothing's going to be truly original because everybody's influenced by each other, but you like to see new takes on stuff, and there's just not enough new takes on anything, or at least not being presented through the algorithms.
It's this stupid shit. Like I could get a piece of canvas, cover it with Mod Podge, shave my ass hairs,
put your hairs on there,
sprinkle them over,
and somebody's gonna be like, genius.
It was ass hairs. That's awesome.
Genius. I saw somebody sent me some dummy was in some museum and they're like doing a art presentation, and it was them beating a pile of butter with a microphone, and then the piece was called "The Sound of Butter."
Fucking dumb.
And there were people sitting there watching.
That's like that one thing I saw where like, all right, so it looks like a record player sort of with the phone, right? So it's like
phonograph,
right? But it's not, right? It just looks like that. And instead of a record, there was a rock, and then there was a wire that went to the rock, and the rock spun and hit the wire, and it said, "This is the sound of a rock." That's the sound of a fucking wire getting hit by a rock. That's fucking dumb.
Well, yeah, I mean, modern art has really went down the fucking tubes, and it's all a personality game. Just as like we were talking about popularity, it's like you're buying the artist more than you are the piece. That's like a new fucking thing that's been around for a while. And I guess the more eccentric you are, the more money you're worth. So it's like it's all performance fucking art to me, and it's all done pretty poorly. Real artists aren't recognized for creating beautiful or interesting things. Because, talent in that shape doesn't really, in those traditional forms, doesn't get you anywhere. Unless it's like you got some fucking scheme or fucking.
I mean, that's just, there's a dichotomy in art, right? So, like, just say, like, there's an artist. He spends his whole life on one painting. It's the greatest masterpiece ever painted.
Yeah.
And then he dies.
Yeah.
He made no money at it. He wasn't recognized, but he did the best piece of art ever.
Some people don't care. Some artists don't care. you know, and
Well, that's just it. They're just in it for the money, try to get attention.
Right. It's really attention whoring, fucking the whole celebrity status.
I remember like paper became real like, what the fuck is going on?
It was just huge prints, basically.
Just looked like wallpaper.
Yeah, prints, a repeating pattern.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty. Sometimes it can be done pretty, but at the same time, it's like, where does the line get crossed when it's a simple execution versus it's like beautiful, but it's a simple execution versus it was very skillfully done and it took forever.
It's another thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to take forever, but you know, is it skillfully done? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And some people like can't tell that. It's going to be different to everybody what they consider skillful, right? But it seems like people that don't know how to fucking paint or draw are doing this shit,
and they're doing really well.
Yes,
they're doing really well because they're fucking kooky personalities.
Right. We don't know the first thing about anything.
Never even fucking bothered to learn to draw.
Right.
But hey, that's the world we live in, man. And I think it's a damn shame. But
it's a damn shame.
Got a good show for you. The Hodge Twins rule. Watch the Hodge Twins.
There's a lot of great black conservatives out there. Let me think. Kevin's Corner. Check that out on YouTube.
I Am Coach Colin. Have you seen him?
No.
He's good.
I Am Coach Colin?
Yeah.
Titus, right? Jericho Green. He's funny. He reminds me of somebody I know.
I was watching, I don't know who it was, but they were just like, I love black conservatives. They're like some of the smartest people out there because they had to do so much to break free of their fucking bullshit.
What happened to that chick there? What was her name? Sticks or something? Not Sticks.
Talking about
Jinx? No.
No, it's Gothics.
Gothics.
She's still doing it.
Still out there?
Yeah. I haven't watched her too much lately.
I haven't seen her at all put anything up. She's kind of like disappeared.
Yeah.
Off my algorithm, at least.
I don't know what she's doing right now, but I see her posting. Maybe she took a little break. I mean, this YouTube stuff will burn some people out, especially when they're doing it every day.
There was that one chick that was just trolling for a while. She was like making up like fucking fake names. Like I think her one name was like Luna something, like crazy something. Like it was obvious a troll. And she was saying she's a teacher and like she was talking about like something she did to like make her class more inclusive, and like leftists actually bought it. Like,
huh.
I forget her name.
But yeah, we're definitely doing something wrong. Algorithm doesn't want to pick us up. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it don't. And I think it's mainly because we just do super long form content, and we don't do any of the 10-minute videos and release them every day.
Right. We don't beg people to hit the like button. Fucking.
I mean, we do in a comedic way, but nobody ever does. Nobody ever does.
Thank you for never hitting the like button. I appreciate it.
It's so hard. It's so hard. All you watching just can't do it.
I don't do it. Fuck that.
I don't do it. It's my own show.
Like that. Jesus.
Oh, God.
Go on. I was here. I got to watch it again.
All right. Well, anything else for this week?
What's this thing going on Winston Farm?
Some big company's trying to buy it, right?
Yeah, but it's some kind of NASA subsidiary.
I don't fucking know.
It's like some space exploration company.
There's so much friggin' big tech and space fucking aerospace fucking business around here. It's getting a little spooky.
Is it?
Yeah. It's definitely a little bit spooky.
I have to start keeping my eyes open for aerospace shit.
I'll tell you after the show.
All right.
He's like, all right, we'll quit now. Let's see. Well,
you're busy, right? I mean, you got shit
if you want to still come and see the Icon retrospective art show at this our pop-up gallery in the back, it's going to be Open every weekend, 10 to 6, I believe, or noon to 6. I mean, it's open to the public. You can come through and see some of the work created by John Kahn, who has worked with Jim Henson and done many other amazing things, through the art world.
World's biggest Scrabble board is here.
Come see the world's biggest skateboard, the world's biggest Scrabble board. Take pictures, have a little afternoon if you're bored. Just come say hi. And we out. We out. So, yeah, have a nice week, everybody. Remember, wherever you go, there you are.